He is known as Sasamu on stage, a name that translates to wise, skillful, and masterful. Emilio Thomas is the youngest member of the Garifuna Collective. His contributions to the musical landscape embody the Belizean experience.
My responsibility on the band is a guitar player and a vocalist. And depending on the song, you would see me on the segunda drum, the bass drum, as well as the clave and the maraca.
His journey has been one of determination and cultural promotion. While growing up in Dangriga, the cultural capital of Belize, Thomas developed a strong appreciation for drumming.
I grew up listening to old Garifuna Paranda music mostly. And there was this one time this guy, he's of Garifuna descent, came to visit Dangriga in the Lakeland area. And he saw me playing on the streets. So he asked me if I knew this guy, Juni Aranda. And I said yes. And he wants to know if I can go and get him. And he promised me $1 or $2, I think. And so I ran to the house and I gave the message to the wife of Juni Aranda. And she said she would get him ready to go and meet him at this particular place at the Lakeland Recreation Center. And so I went back and I ran back to him and I told him that he will be on his way, exactly what I was told. And I pretended like I forgot about the money that he had promised, because I don't know how to ask people for money at this time. So he told me that a promise is a promise, and he gave me the $2 or whatever it was. And I used to follow Juni Aranda around because he always had his guitar. He was a Garifuna parandero, and he used to serenade families and so with his guitar. And that's how I was inspired to become a Garifuna musician.
As a high school student, he crossed paths with Garifuna musicians Adrian the Doc Martinez and Mark Pasquale. They were both teachers at Ecumenical High School in Dangriga. These men were instrumental in inspiring a young Thomas to take his musical skills to the next level. The budding artist would go on to take on a high school teaching job, but he soon realized that his true calling was for the promotion of his heritage through music on the world stage. He left the classroom and began touring as a parandero in Belize, Guatemala, and Honduras. In 2014, the Garifuna Collective invited Thomas to join them on stage for the Festival del Caribe in Mexico.
When I was convinced to go on the biggest tour in the Garifuna Collective with the Garifuna Collective in 2014, the only words that made sense to me were, you want to have a successful solo career, the Garifuna Collective is the best vehicle for you to get to that destination. And those words are still with me up to this day.
Thomas is now preparing to tour Europe starting 2 weeks from today with the Garifuna Collective. The tour will take them to the World of Music, Arts and Dance Festival at the Charlton Park House Estate, England, as well as the Jazz Cafe London.
I believe that every tour that we have is a big opportunity. And I will tell you why. Whenever an artist has a show, that is called a marketing opportunity, because there will be people there who have never heard your music, and then you'll get the opportunity to persuade people to follow you and to share your music. So the Garifuna Collective, like for example, we have to go to the UK also during this tour. We're going to check, we start off at the Czech Republic, a country in Europe, and then we go on to Brussels. We play at there in Belgium. Then we move to the UK for almost a week. We go and play at the Jazz Cafe, which is a concert venue. And WOMAD stands for World of Music, Arts and Dance. WOMAD is a big deal. So we are one of the acts there at WOMAD, and we have a whole bunch of stuff to do in France this year. So we have workshops as well that we will be facilitating as a band.
Emilio Thomas is also a music consultant. Over the years, he has acquired a vast amount of knowledge on various fields in the industry. Expertise he now invests in up-and-coming artists, both locally and internationally through workshops. And if being a world-class musician and a consultant is not enough, Thomas is endeavoring to learn the intricacies of economics and the real estate industry through online courses.
I am doing self-studies. There are certain courses I would take online. Some courses are free and very good, but I will determine if it's very good. And some courses I pay for, depending on what I see in the description and then along the way while taking the courses. However, there are so many, YouTube and the internet, we live in the information age. And even though Belize's education is not based on that, we have the opportunity to learn much on the internet. And that's the kind of exposure that you can get in order to become a big deal in whatever skill set or area you are venturing in. If I was told that I could have bought a book and learned all of this, I would have disregarded college.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.